Jays continue to play outstanding baseball. And they beat Gerrit Cole and the New York Yankees today 5-2 in the Bronx. And with this win today, the Blue Jays at the very least have guaranteed a series win. We talked about it going into this series. What do the Jays need to do to at least take 3 of 4 against the Yankees? And they've already done that. They have an opportunity to do the you-know-what tomorrow, but we're not going to get into that. Because there's a lot to discuss from today's game. With the W, may I add, the Blue Jays are now 65-54 on the year, back to 11 games over 500, which is great. The season high, though, is 13 above. So that's just kind of keep an eye on that there, Jays fans. But the Jays went out there. They got some timely hits from some unlikely sources. Mitch White got the start. He was good enough. And the bullpen was phenomenal. Let's break this thing down. Bottom of the second inning. Mitch White in some danger. And Florial hits an RBI single, kind of a little squibber to the opposite field. It found a way through. Trevino comes in to score. And the Yankees take a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second. And with Gerrit Cole on the hill, he's absolutely shoving early on through 4 innings. It's like a no-hitter going to this point. He is dialed in. However, top of the 5th, with 1 out, Santiago Espinal drives one deep to left, and it did it go off the wall? I believe it did, and it's a double for Espinal with 1 out, so there goes the no-hit bid, right? Then Danny Jansen comes up, and he walks, and we're like, okay. Now, usually Jansen's batting 9th, so we're like, okay, well, who's batting first in? Oh, it's Tapia. Oh, Jackie Bradley. Right, he's playing today. He's batting 9th. Okay, well, maybe bunt over? I don't know. Jackie Bradley Jr., the former Red Sox, takes the ball the other way, a fastball in the outer half, and he drills it to left field, and it goes off the wall. Benintendi, I don't know what the hell he's trying to do there. Reach out and just Hail Mary play. Can't come up with it. It bounces away from him. In comes Jano. In comes Espy. And the Blue Jays take the lead off of Gerrit Cole and the Yankees. It's now a 2-1 Blue Jays advantage. You know, meanwhile, right, Vladdy gets on base with a little infield single. I think they review it, and it's overturned. I was working at this time, so I was trying my best to keep up to date with everything. But he gets on, and then Tapia gets a single, and everyone's buzzing, right? Gerrit Cole's on the ropes. He has lost it. He was dialed in, and it's gone. And then Alejandro Kirk comes up. And what in that bat for Alejandro, right? He's clearly looking fastball. He's all over his fastballs. The off-speed, he's way out in front, as you'd expect if you're looking for a fastball. And then Gerrit Cole decides, I'm going to try and bust him up and in with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And Kirk's like, I eat that stuff for breakfast. 100-mile-an-hour pitch, up and even a bit out of the zone. But Alejandro gets just enough wood on it to barrel it up into left center field. Benintendi lays out. He can't make the play. In comes Tapia. In comes Jackie Bradley. But funny thing is, with Tapia coming home, Vladdy is right on his tail. Tapia slides in. He's safe. Vladdy slides in. He's out. And it was a really weird play how they were right behind each other, and now someone was actually out on the play. Unfortunately, but you know what? You got to test that, right? It had to be a perfect throw from Kiner-Falefa. It was. But the Jays still now have a 4-1 lead. They drop a 4-piece in the 5th inning, and Gerrit Cole's on the bench and not pleased at all. Hitting the roof. He is absolutely fuming, and as Jays fans, we love it. And look, I've tried to be as nice to Yankee fans as I can all year long, and I have been, absolutely. But when the ace of the other team, who we keep getting fired down our throat that he's the ace of the staff, and look, his stuff is nasty. When you throw 100, the movement, his stuff is nasty. But you love to see it as a Blue Jay fan. You do. You know, if they went out there and they lit up Kevin Gausman a few days ago, they would love that, right? But so I'm here talking about how I love that Gerrit Cole got lit up, because it's, for God's sakes, it was Gerrit Cole versus Mitch White today. Did anybody see this coming? No. But it did. And with that 4-1 lead, we're all feeling good. Bottom of the 8th inning, Gleyber Torres hits a Yankee Stadium special in the right field, into the bleachers, or into the seats, really. And it's now 4-2. But it's the 8th inning. We're feeling okay. The bullpen's done a great job to this point. Zach Pop gets out of that inning, not pleased with himself. But in the top of the 9th inning, they bring in Albert Abreu, who the Jays already faced in this series in Game 1. They teed off on him. And Matt Chapman gets a fastball up in the zone, and he barrels this thing up and crushed it to dead center. Florial climbs the wall. I'm not really sure how he's going to catch, because he's trying to track the ball, and you try to jump and try to make the play like that, right? Well, he's running, twisting around, and he jumps up like straight up. I mean, my God, if that ain't a Hail Mary, hope to God it goes in my glove, I don't know what is. But it does go in his glove. It's a round tripper there for Matt Chapman, homer number 24 on the year, and that adds that extra run. It gives us a 3-run lead back. And I can speak for most Jays fans when I say when Matt Chapman hit that one out, we all kind of sat there like, okay. We feel a lot better now after that. Because then Jimmy Garcia goes out there in the 9th and just, not a chance. Beautiful job. Bullpen was phenomenal. Mitch White, like I said, found a way, and the Jays pick up the victory in the Bronx. And now won the first 3 games of this series, and now won 4 consecutive games. And look, they're putting pressure on the teams behind them. The Rays, the Orioles, the Twins, the Guardians, even though they're kind of leading the division, but, they can flip-flop really quick and easy, so that's always a question mark. The White Sox, who are barely hanging on right now, the Jays are playing really well at the right time. They bent, and man, did they bend in their wild card hopes, I guess. But they didn't break. And they're making that punch right now. Now, question though. Well, not really a question. Kind of something I wanted to bring up though. Teoscar Hernandez, his last at bat today. Fouls one off the top of his foot. Finishes off the at bat, strikes out, but it's clearly very evident that he's not feeling great. And you knew right away, someone's got to get up and go. And Whit Merrifield's coming out. Tappy was already in the game. Jackie Bradley's already in the game. So he might have been. No, yeah, he must have been in the game. So you knew you were going to have to find a way to get someone else out there. Whit Merrifield's the guy. Lots of speed out there in the outfield. Incredible speed. But we're all kind of holding our breath now. Teoscar Hernandez didn't want to put him in through any more pressure, and put him through any more pain. Strikes out, and like, sit down, and let's figure this thing out. We hope he's okay. Do not be surprised if he's not in the lineup tomorrow. So Gurriel will probably be back in the lineup tomorrow. I'm hoping Springer will be back at some point here. But again, he's not 100% healthy. You don't put him out there. That's all there is to it. Because we've seen what happens when he's 100%. When he's not, we've also seen that as well. And we know the difference. All right? So those are the 2 guys I wanted to bring up there real quick, Teo and George Springer. Now let's get to the team stats. Vladdy went 2 for 4. Didn't hit. Neither hit went out of the infield. But, hey, how many times has he screamed a ball 110 miles an hour right at somebody? So, he deserves a couple of those. So he went 2 for 4. The only Jay with a multi-hit game. I want to do those. 7 hits overall for the Blue Jays, 9 strikeouts, a couple of walks. People are going to be like, well, the offense wasn't great today. You're facing Garrett Cole, for God's sakes. Do you expect to have a good game offensively? No. It's one of those games where you scrape, you claw, you take your chances, you make them count, and they did today. They really did. Now, pitching-wise, and this is where the ball game was won. Mitch White. He was flirting with danger the entire afternoon. From the first inning, to the second inning, to the third inning, and to the fourth. He was dealing with damage. But only the little squibber from Florial was the only one that came across the score. 4 innings. He had 7 hits. And allowed only 1 earned run. He struck out 5 and did not walk a batter. So nothing free for the Yankees. They had to do their thing. They had to go up there and swing the bats. And that's what you got to make them do, especially right now when they're slumping the way they are, right? You just had to. Bullpen came out and was stellar. Adam Simber, phenomenal, right? Going up there against LeMahieu, Judge, and Rizzo. I mean, went out there 1, 2, 3, got a couple strikeouts. Fantastic. Maybe it wasn't Rizzo. I think, no, it was Judge, Rizzo, and Torres, maybe? I don't know. But he got a couple strikeouts in that clean inning, so he did a great job. David Phelps went out there, allowed a hit, allowed a single, but struck out the side. So he had a clean inning. Great job from Phelps. Anthony Bass walked a guy, but he did a fantastic job navigating that top of the order, as he has done. He faced Judge there, a couple days ago, and struck out Judge. What did he do today? Struck out Judge. Fantastic job from Anthony Bass. Zach Pop gave up the Yankee Stadium special, but hey, Nothing else doing for him. Just a clean inning otherwise. So not too shabby there, because with Romano being used the last 2 days, you didn't want to have to use him again. And I think adding Matt Chapman getting an extra run, I think really helped in allowing Jimmy Garcia to go out there in the 9th inning to get a save opportunity, but the biggest sort of save opportunity you could have with a 3-run lead. And he goes out there, throws an inning, just a clean inning. You know, two pop-ups in the infield, I believe, and ground ball right back to him. So picks up his first save as a Toronto Blue Jay, has a bunch of holds, but his first save as a Toronto Blue Jay, and the bullpen locked it down tight. And Jays fans, look at this. You see what happens when you throw strikes? Good things happen. The entire pitching staff today walked one guy. One! And they were lights out. Struck out a ton of dudes. You know, White had 5, Simber had 2, Phelps struck out the side, Bass had 1, and that was it. But fantastic job all around by the Blue Jays. Now, the finale of the series goes tomorrow afternoon. It's 1:35 first pitch at Yankee Stadium. Alek Manoah gets the ball for the Jays, and Nestor Cortes gets the ball for the Yankees. Earlier in the season, these are Cy Young talks, right? These two guys were neck and neck. So this guy's going to win the Cy Young. This guy's the favorite right now. This and this. These were the two guys. Are they still in that sort of realm? Neither guy has kind of, continued the success. They've been good. They just haven't been as dominant as they were earlier in the season. Numbers very similar. ERAs almost identical. But if you're Alek Manoah, you get up for this. Alek Manoah always gets up for the New York Yankees. But not only that, he's getting up for the New York Yankees with a chance to sweep a 4-game set and to inch closer to that AL East title. Now, obviously, we're 7 games back right now. Let's pipe her down a little bit on that sense. But hey, you win tomorrow, you're only 6 back. Then the Yankees got to face DeGrom and Scherzer and the Mets. So it's like, things could get a little hairy, but the Jays got to do their thing. They got to take care of their own business. And tomorrow is a big one. Look, you lose the game, whatever. You won 3 of 4. We'll look at it like that and just be like, hey, positive thoughts all around. Bounce back against Boston, right? But you want tomorrow. Let's be honest here. You win the first 3, you want that 4th one. And Alek Manoah, he's going to be raring to go for tomorrow. We all know that. If we know Alek Manoah the way we think we do, he's dialed in, ready for tomorrow's start for the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game this afternoon, smack that like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already, comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays. The Twitter link is down below, so follow, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, well, you guys know it, Jays Edition tomorrow night, afternoon, evening. I work tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Manoah, Cortes, the finale in the Bronx, Game 4 of the series. Manoah and Cortes at 1:35 at Yankee Stadium. Can't wait. It's going to be a doozy. Let's see if the Jays can get it done. We'll have to wait and see, though. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the ball game this afternoon. We'll talk to you guys then.